In just a moment, Suspense with Ray Milland.
Say, Harlow Wilcox, do you know what day this is?
Do I know what day this is? Does a dame know what a date is? Does a truck driver know what a spark plug is?
Well,
Why, listen, my Autolite friend. This is the day you plagued me with silly questions when I tell you about Autolite resistor spark plugs, Autolite stay-full batteries, Autolite ignition systems, and 400 other Autolite...
I guess I got you, Harlow. That's not the answer.
Why, Hades, ladies, of course that's not the answer. Here's the answer. This is SP Day, Autolite resistor spark plug day. And furthermore, it's the day before T-Day.
T-Day?
Sure, that's tomorrow, Truckers' Day.
Oh.
The day all the American Trucking Association fellas get together in Washington to chin, chuckle, and chortle over their carefree careers as their trucks cross the continent with no thought of trouble or terrain.
Well, how come?
Well, my friend, I wouldn't say that Autolite spark plugs and stay-full batteries are wholly responsible, but, well, use your own judgment.
I'll take your word for it, Harlow. Now let's switch to Suspense.
Suspense. Autolite and its 60,000 dealers and service stations bring you radio's outstanding theater of thrills. Starring tonight, Mr. Ray Milland in Anton Leader's production of Night Cry by William L. Stewart. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Report to the captain of the Homicide Bureau, Manhattan. From Detective Lieutenant Mark Deglin. You know, we always say that the cat waits for the mouse to run, the dog waits for the cat to run, and the police wait for the killer to run. But if he's a smart killer, a real smart guy, if he doesn't run at all, but just stands and laughs, or even walks quietly and easily away, he can really get away with murder. There's a lot of murder around Homicide Squad beside the stiffs we work on. Like the knifing I got when they passed me up and made you, Lieutenant Knight, an acting captain and head of the squad. Funny how a little promotion goes to a guy's head. It was Friday that you got your promotion, and that evening, after you'd sent for me, I had to warm a chair outside until you were ready to see me. Remember?
Captain Knight will see you now, Lieutenant.
Well, that's sweet of him.
Come on over and have a chair, Declan. Mark?
Sure, why not? Congratulations, Captain Knight.
That's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, Mark. You know, I didn't want this. I didn't do anything to get it.
Sure. Of course, playing golf with the commissioner's brother-in-law had nothing to do with it.
You know it didn't, Mark. The force isn't run that way. Now, look, I've worked with you for a long time, and there's no reason why we can't get along fine.
Sure, no reason.
I'm the first to say that you're the best man on Homicide, Mark. And, well, it's not my place to tell you, but I think you ought to know the reason why you didn't get the promotion instead of me.
I'm listening.
You know, Mark, the police department has come a long way from what it used to be. And take Homicide. It's no longer a question of one man going out and sapping some poor devil until he gets a confession. All of us, detectives, identification, lab men, telegraph, the medical examiner's office, we're all one big team.
You know, that sounds like the commissioner's number 2 speech for the Rotarians.
But it's true, Mark. And that's why the police board didn't give you this job. In an age of cooperation, you're still a one-man force.
How many killers did I bring in during the last 5 years?
Every one you went after. I know that, and so does the police board. But a lot of them had marks on them that they didn't have before you went after them. And some of them had to be carried in.
Sure, but I got them, and quick. Some of them I even had booked before that team you mentioned got around to deciding what killed the victims.
I know that, but there's always a chance that the next time you'll bring in some guy who had nothing to do with it. Yes? He's on his way. It's a call. Now, you and Riley will take it. Now, look, Mark.
Yeah?
Riley's a good teammate for you. He's proud of the force, you know, and he'll be just as proud of your work as his own. And we'll talk about this later.
Sure. After I bring in another killer. Where's the killing, Riley?
In the 70s, near Riverside, a gambling joint.
Some guy rolled a 7 the wrong way?
Could be. Mark, I was sorry to hear about
Forget about it, Dan. If I'd wanted a desk job, I wouldn't be a cop. I'd rather bring 'em in than look at 'em after they're brought in. Come on, let's go. And for a minute, I didn't mind not getting the captaincy. There was something about being on a job, about starting out to look for a killer that beat anything in the world. We got to the big brownstone that was the gambling joint. Riley and I walked up the front stairs through the rain. The patrolman on the door let us in. There were 3 guys in the foyer. One of them was a good-looking guy in a dinner jacket, with a look in his eye that probably came from watching a lot of guys try to make a 4 the hard way. The second was a patrolman, still writing in his notebook. And the third was a guy on the floor, dead. He was partly on his side, and there was a knife in his back. He was wearing a suit that had cost plenty before he spoiled it by bleeding all over it. The patrolman saluted as we came up.
Corcoran, sir. The doorman called me off the beat. The dead man's name is L.O. Morrison. Mr. Karlstrom here is the owner of the club, and he says...
Save it, Corcoran, until we ask for it.
Yes, sir.
What do you think, Riley?
He's dead, all right.
Well, take another look at that stiff. He's got a fresh cut over one eye, which he must have gotten before he was killed.
Yeah, you're right. It wouldn't be that bruised if he got it when he was killed.
Well, let's find out how he got it. All right, you.
Yes, Inspector?
Not Inspector, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Deglin.
Oh, yes, I've heard of you, Lieutenant Deglin.
Well, stick around and you'll get some first-hand knowledge. What kind of a joint is this?
Well, this is a private club. The members have their own keys and let themselves
Oh, a
sit.
key club, huh?
Yes, that's right.
Who'd the dead man have a fight with?
Well, I don't like to say this, but he had a fight with Kendall Payne. I asked Mr. Payne to leave.
Kendall Payne, isn't that the guy who was a war hero?
Yes, that's right.
War hero, huh? And he's still fighting the war. Well, having a key could come back after you threw him out.
Yes, he could have come back.
Was he alone?
No, Miss Morgan Taylor was with him.
Where does Payne live?
Well,
Here's his address book, Lieutenant. Payne is in here.
Thanks. Okay, Dan, you can finish up here. I think I'll look up this war hero.
Mark, don't you think you ought to wait for the medical examiner and the ID boys to arrive?
Why? I don't need the ME to tell me this guy is dead, nor identification to tell me he had a fight with Payne. This murder is tailor-made, and I'm going down and try Payne on for size. It was a short street just off the Hudson River where a lot of artists and dock wallopers live. There was a dim light in the hall, and I went up the stairs. Light spilled out from under the door that had Payne's name on it, and I knocked.
All right, it's open.
He was sitting on the bed. He had an army kit bag open and partly packed. There was a white bandage over his right eye, and the drawers of the bureau were open.
Now, what do you want?
Little talk. Your name Payne?
Yeah, but you're not anyone I know. Beat it.
We'll get acquainted. This, badge will introduce us.
You know what you can do with that badge.
You know, I almost forgot you were a hero. How long you been here, hero?
Maybe an hour. Now, go on. Get out.
How'd you get to be a hero, Payne? With a knife?
Look, I don't know you or your badge. Now, go on. Get out.
Yeah, you're a tough little punk, aren't you, hero? Especially tough for a boy who's just killed a man.
What are you talking about?
Where's the dame you were with? Maybe she can tell you about the guy you had a fight with, then went back and killed.
Look, you keep her out of it.
Look, Sonny, you were maybe tough overseas, but back here you're just another meatball. Now talk.
What are you, a tough cop? Well, let's see how tough.
Sure, I'm a tough cop. I hit him 3 times. No more than that. He fell. His head hit in the edge of the bed, then he slumped to the floor. His breathing was heavy for a minute, and then it stopped. I stood looking at him, rubbing my knuckles. Then I reached down and felt his wrist. He was dead. Well, it was another trial the taxpayers wouldn't have to pay for. I got up, went to the phone I'd seen in the hall.
Night talking.
Deglin here. Look, I just...
Wait a minute, Mark. Hey, close that door, will you? Now that the case is broken, Mark, they're talking their heads off.
Case is broken?
Yeah, it was Karlstrom. He got panicky and started to run. You know, Riley, when they run, he shoots. He nailed him in the shoulder, and Karlstrom thought he was going to die and confessed. The dead man was into the gambling house for 50 grand and wouldn't pay, so Carlstrom stuck the knife into him. Hello? You still on?
Yeah. I just dropped some change.
Did you find Payne?
I think he's cleared out. Clothes and the bathroom stuff's all gone.
He has. Well, he probably saw something. He didn't want to get mixed up in it. Well, we can always put out an alarm on him. Go home and get some sleep, Mark.
Sure. I'll get some sleep. While I hung up, walked back into Payne's room. I looked down at him, thought what a lousy time to make a mistake. Well, there was only one smart way out. I had to bring Candle Payne back to life long enough to be seen taking a run-out powder. I needed some good, reliable witnesses. That way, I could get away with murder.
For Suspense, Autolite is bringing you Mr. Ray Milland in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
How in tarnation do you say so much about Autolite spark plugs in so short a time?
Why, that's easy, Hap. Do you want the high points and the lowdown on these master magicians, these motor marvels, these monuments to Autolite ignition engineers? Well, plug one ear and spark to this.
Well, if I must.
By Cornelius, I'll plug these Autolite resistor spark plugs anytime, any place. Do you want your engine to idle smoothly as a sultan's harem, purr as contentedly as a Persian kitten, run as tirelessly as a perpetual motion machine?
Well,
Then you want Autolite resistor wide gap spark plugs. Why, that wide gap in these new Autolite resistor spark plugs means as much to your car as Donald Duck means to duckdom, Chessie means to catdom, Lassie means to dogdom.
No.
Why, by Cornelius, when you replace your old narrow gap spark plugs with the new Autolite resistor wide gap spark plugs, your car refuses to be satisfied just to run better, save gas, and save dough. With Autolite resistor spark plugs, you cut interference with radio and television reception. That's important, mighty important. And what's more important, you ought to get all your neighbors to march right down with you to buy a set of Autolite resistor spark plugs tomorrow morning. Do it right away, Hap. Don't keep me in suspense.
Okay, Harlow. Here is Suspense.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Mr. Ray Milland as Detective Lieutenant Mark Deglin in Night Cry, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
As I said before, Captain Knight, the cat waits for the mouse to run, the dog waits for the cat to run, and the police wait for the killer to run. Only I wasn't going to run. I stood there and tried to figure how to have Candle Payne seen running away. After that, Payne would be just another guy who got scared and beat it. And I'd still be Lieutenant Mark Deglin, the guy who didn't make mistakes. It took me a while, in the night and the rain, to do what I had to do. Quite a while. But I finally got to my own apartment. I still had Payne's kit bag with his name stenciled on the side, but I could get rid of that later. I tossed it on the floor behind my desk and went to sleep. When I got to headquarters the next morning, it was late. Payne's disappearance had the DA demanding we find him. Dan Riley was already out trying to trace Payne, and I could just imagine him bulldogging along from one witness to another. And then you said...
Suppose you go up to Connecticut, Mark, and talk to Payne's girl, Morgan Taylor. Just routine.
Just routine? Okay, I'll take care of it. I found where Morgan Taylor lived from the Greenwich post office. It was a low, rambling white house set back from a tree-lined road. The girl who answered my ring had dark hair that came down around her shoulders, and wide gray eyes that were sure and young and lovely.
Yes?
You Miss Morgan Taylor?
Yes, I am.
I'm Lieutenant Mark Deglin of the New York Police.
Oh?
You know where I can find Candle Payne?
Oh, the silly fool. He said something about leaving last night, but I thought he was just being dramatic.
When was this?
Well, I went down to his place with him last night after we left the gambling club. I've been seeing a lot of Ken, but I just couldn't keep on. He was always getting into fights and picking arguments, so I told him I wouldn't see him anymore. That's when he said he'd leave.
And that's the last time you saw him?
Yes.
But there's something else.
Well, yes. It wasn't time for my train yet, so I walked around in the rain. Then I remembered that I had a date to meet Ken in town tonight, and I went back to tell him I wouldn't be there. But he wasn't in his room. I had no idea he'd really left.
You think you might have gone back to the gambling club?
Why do you ask that?
Well, after you left the club last night, a man was killed. The man Payne had a fight with.
And you think he ran away because of that? Well, he might have. Ken was, well, pretty neurotic.
You in love with him?
Oh? I'm very fond of Ken. But that's all, Lieutenant. But I'd hate to think that anything happened to him.
You've no idea where he is now.
If you'll wait a minute, I'll go with you. I was just getting ready to leave myself. He might show up to keep that date with me tonight at Morney's on Bleecker Street. We can wait for him there.
She rode back to New York with me. And after the first few miles, we stopped talking about Kendall Payne and talked about ourselves. She was really a beautiful gal. And I kept glancing sideways at her profile. Maybe this case was going to turn out better than I thought. When we hit town, I called you, Captain Knight. Remember? I was doing, not mentioning what nice work it was turning into. And then Morgan and I went on to the restaurant.
Since then, I've just played around, I guess.
I know what you mean. Look, it's past 8, Morgan. What time was Payne supposed to meet you? 7?
Yes. It looks as though I've been stood up.
Well, he must be pretty scared to stand you up. If it were me, I'd risk even a murder rap to keep the date.
Thank you, Mark. Want to take me to dinner?
Well, it's a good thing you asked me. I was just about to put my handcuffs on you so you couldn't get away. I got into headquarters early next day. I just finished calling Morgan to say good morning and make a date for that night. And the desk sergeant said that you wanted to see me. I went in and Riley was with you.
Well, we got a couple of things on Payne, Mark. We wanted you in on them.
Sure. Dan, that was a nice job on Karlstrom.
He was certainly a scared guy. You know, one thing about killers, they always make a break for it sooner or later.
Yeah, most of them do. What's doing on Payne, Knight?
I'll let Riley tell it. It's his story.
There's nothing much except I talked to a number of people who think they saw him. I got a couple of them outside.
Might as well bring them in, Riley.
Yeah, okay. Come on in, Gold.
Sure.
This is Captain Knight and
Mr.
Lieutenant
Gold?
Deglin.
Hi.
Gold. Mr. Gold is a cab driver. He got out of bed to come down and help us.
Hey, sure, Chief. Anything to help you guys out.
Okay, Gold, tell him the story you told me.
Hey, sure. Well, like I said, I picked up this fare downtown last night about 1 o'clock. Big guy with a bandage over one eye. He's carrying one of those soldier kit bags, you know? Wanted to go to the station, Grand Central. Was in a bad temper.
Take a look at these pictures. Oh, now, where did I put that other... Oh, here it is.
Well, it might have been either one of these two. They look a little alike. Without the bandage, I couldn't swear which one.
Okay, thanks, Gold. If we need you later, we'll call on you.
Hey, sure. Anytime, Chief. Anytime at all.
Well, pretty close. One of the two was a picture of Payne.
Who was the other one he thought looked like Payne?
An old newspaper picture of you, Mark.
Me?
Yeah. You didn't know I collected all your publicity, did you? It'd been funny if he just identified you.
Yeah. Yeah, very funny. Who's your other witness, Riley?
An old lady who lives in the house across the street from Payne's place. Will you come in now, Miss Meacham? Miss Meacham, this is Captain Knight.
How do you do, Mrs.
How do you do?
This is Lieutenant Deglin. Mrs. Meacham, Mark.
I've seen you, Lieutenant.
You have?
Oh, yes.
Oh, well, maybe it was when I was over to Payne's the other night, huh?
Oh, no, I didn't mean there. In the papers.
Oh.
Your picture's been in the papers a lot.
Yeah, I guess it has.
Mrs. Meacham, Detective Riley tells me that you saw several things the other night. Things that puzzled you.
They certainly did puzzle me, Captain.
Do you see quite a few things in the neighborhood, Mrs. Meacham?
Well, some say that's all I do. Well, I say when a body gets old like me, there ain't much left but looking.
Yes, of course. Now, what did you see the other night, Mrs. Meacham?
Let's see. Oh, that was night before last. Well, like I told Mr. Riley, I couldn't sleep. So I was up late and I saw Mr. Payne and his girl go in. but I didn't see her come out.
You didn't see her come out?
I made tea. Might have missed her. I have to have my tea, you know. But I did see her go back in later.
How much later?
Oh, maybe half an hour, maybe more. But before she came back, somebody else left.
Now, that must have been Payne.
Well, I don't rightly know. He was wearing a bandage and was carrying his kit bag, but he didn't wave to me.
Didn't wave to you?
Oh, Mr. Payne always waved to me when he went out, so it was mighty funny he didn't that time.
Well, maybe he just forgot. What happened after that?
No, sir, he never forgot to wave. Oh, well, anyway, about 20 minutes later, Mr. Payne's girl came back. She stayed just a little while and then went away.
That's very interesting, Mrs. Meacham. Is that all?
Of course it is. And that was a lot for a neighborhood where nothing ever happens.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Meacham. We'll call you if we need to talk to you again.
Well, I won't remember any more than I have.
Well, let's go, boys.
Where are we going?
I've been behind this desk so long, Mark, I'm getting calluses. I'm going over to Payne's room with you and Riley.
The room was as I remembered it, except there wasn't any body on the floor and the police technicians were there.
Now, let's see now. The old lady says she saw the girl come in twice, but never saw her go out. Any other way out of here, Riley?
Through the window.
Let's take a look. You men through with this window?
Yeah, all through, Captain. Found plenty of prints of some guy, probably this Payne. A few prints of a small man or woman.
Uh-huh. Let's look at this window.
I stood watching. They weren't going to find anything looking out of the window. Maybe they'd see the pry marks in the wood and find the satch weights were missing. But that wouldn't mean a thing. Suddenly, Riley let go of the window and...
Hey, watch it! It almost took my fingers off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, Al. The sash cords have been cut and the sash weights are missing.
So what? I see what you mean, Dan. The river's near here, isn't it?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. We'll call the harbor patrol and see what we get.
So Riley had finally bulldogged into something. The walk down to the river was short. Shorter than the last time, it seemed. The police tug was stirring the mud of the river bottom with its grappling hook. When Payne's body finally came up, the dirty water cascaded from the blanket shroud and the sash weights dripped in mud.
Well, that's that, boys. Payne didn't run away at all. Somebody killed him. I think we can wrap this one up fast.
How'd you figure that, Knight?
Well, it's easy, Mark. The girl had a fight with him. She's the only one seen going in the other night. Her prints are on the window. She probably killed him, dressed up in his clothes, made it look like he was leaving, then came back and dumped the body. It's the girl, all right.
But listen, this Taylor girl couldn't carry a big guy like that.
Couldn't she? She was in the ambulance service overseas, Mark, and carried soldiers around. Civilians aren't any heavier. I'm putting out a pickup on the girl.
Well, that's the way it was. I had an out, but it was the one out I didn't want. I didn't want the chair getting Morgan Taylor. Not what I wanted her. I'd have to fix it some way. I had to go home and think. Well, I hadn't been there long when... Morgan stood in the doorway, her eyes tired and frightened, her face white. She went past me without speaking and over to a chair. When she looked at me, I knew I was right. I had to find some way to save her.
Mark, I just heard. They want me for the murder of Ken.
I know, honey. Well, why did you come here?
Why? Why, because... Where else would I go, Mark?
But you're not forgetting that I'm a cop, too.
If you want to take me in, Mark, I'll understand.
I only want to take you one place, Morgan. And that's not headquarters. But I've got to take you in.
Whatever you say, Mark.
But I'll get you out, honey. You won't be in there long enough to remember even what it looks like. After they booked her at headquarters, I went back to the apartment. I had to figure out some way to save her and myself. But first I had to get rid of that kit bag. If she'd seen it, everything would have been ruined. Besides, it was stupid to leave it around. Then I had an idea. There was one way out. That was to write this report to you, Captain Knight, and get out of the country. Then, when she was freed, she could join me. She was worth running for. Only wouldn't really be running. I was walking away. Well, that's that. So long, Captain Knight. I won't be seeing you. I picked up the kit bag with Payne's name on the side, went down the steps.
Hello, Mark.
Riley, what?
I think I got a lead on the girl, and I thought you'd want to be in on the kill.
But I got her, Dan. I just turned her in.
What? Well, where'd you find it? What's the bag?
Oh, nothing, Dan, nothing.
Kendall Payne. Mark.
Look, I found it.
Where?
In his apartment.
I was there yesterday, and we were all there today.
Look, what's the matter? You think I'm lying?
I don't know, Mark. Say, what time were you at Payne's the other night?
Look, Dan, I got something to do. Look, we'll talk about this case later, huh?
Wait a minute, Mark. That cab driver picked out your picture as well as Payne's. The old lady said she'd seen you. Maybe they knew what they were talking about.
Listen.
You weren't surprised when we found those sash weights gone, or even when you saw Payne's body dragged out of the river. Oh, there's nothing worse than a cop who's turned bad. Mark.
Get out of my way, Dan!
Hey, Mark!
I had to run. Everything had been crowding in all day. That cab driver, the old lady, the kit bag, and now Riley. Pushing in like a bulldog with his questions. I had to run and keep running. I had to get away before he could ask another question.
Mark, don't run, Mark, don't! You shouldn't have run, Mark. You know what happens when a guy runs.
Thank you, Ray Milland, for a splendid performance. Mr. Milland will return in just a moment.
Say, Harlow, what about Autolite's,
What about Autolite resistor spark plugs, stay full batteries, ignition systems, and over 400 other automotive, aviation, and marine products?
Yeah.
Oh, let's save it for next week, Hap, while we salute the safest, surest, sanest drivers under the sun. And by Cornelius, I didn't say under the sod. That's the truck drivers of America, Hap. Dependable as a donut is dunkable, as a resistor spark plug is sparkable, as an Autolite product is superbable. Say, these wonderful truckers have got me wound upable. I'm delighted. I'm Autolighted. By Cornelius, I'm excited.
Harlow, before these good friends have been good-nighted, remember...
Autolite means spark plugs.
Ignition-engineered resistor spark plugs.
Autolite means batteries.
Stay full battery.
Autolite means ignition systems.
The lifeline of your car.
And now here again is Mr. Ray Milland.
It has been such a pleasure to appear here tonight with this great cast of suspense actors, and I'm expecting almost as much pleasure from listening next week when radio's outstanding theater of thrills brings you Lucille Ball in A Little Piece of Rope, another gripping study in...
Suspense.
Ray Milland may currently be seen in the Hal Wallace production So Evil, My Love. Tonight's suspense play was adapted from the novel of William L. Stewart, Night Cry, which will shortly be made into a motion picture. The music was composed by Lucien Morawek and conducted by Lud Gluskin. The entire production was under the direction of Anton M. Leader. In the coming weeks, Suspense will present such stars as William Powell, Agnes Moorehead, John Garfield, Edmund O'Brien, and many others. Make it a point to listen each Thursday to Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills. And next Thursday, same time, hear Lucille Ball in A Little Piece of Rope.
This is the Autolite Suspense Show. Drive as if your life depends on it. It does. Good night. Switch to Autolite.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System. And now, Autolite and its 60,000 dealers and service stations present
Suspense. Tonight, Autolite brings you James Mason and Pamela Colino in Agatha Christie's Where There's a Will, a suspense play produced and directed by Anton M. Leader.
Friends, have you ever been in a dilemma? I mean, in a fix, like having to get started in a hurry and your motor won't turn over? Well, what you need is an Autolite Stay Full battery, that dandy dynamic battery you can definitely depend on. Why, by Cornelius, an Autolite Stay Full battery needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. You can say bravura for that aqua pura. Plenty of extra liquid reserve. Yes, sirree. And it has extra plates in every cell. That means longer life and stronger life. What's more, those plates are protected against loss by fiberglass insulation. I can't say enough about Autolite Stay Full batteries, those marvelous marvels with more liquid reserve than Hollywood has stars. So get wise, get an Autolite Stay Full. Remember, you're right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite presents James Mason and Pamela Colino in a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
And now, Mr. Jepson, you really must let me make you a whiskey and soda. I have some excellent scotch.
Never mind that, Ridgway. I've come to find out when you can raise 10,000 pounds.
I see. Yes, I see. Well, Mr. Jepson, 10,000 pounds is a great deal of money.
It's what's needed to cover your notes.
Yes, that's right. But you know, Mr. Jepson, you might just let me write you one more IOU and try again.
Your luck's run out, Ridgway.
Well, I wasn't much of a gambler anyhow, was I? Perhaps it's just as well I've learned my lesson. How long, Mr. Jepson, would you say I have to raise the money?
4 weeks.
I see, 4 weeks. And if I should fail to raise the money? I see. Well, you make yourself very clear, Mr. Jepson. But then perhaps all's not lost. Mrs. Harter, my aunt, has had the foresight to draw up a new will making me her heir. The money was to go to her niece, my cousin Miriam, but now a new will's been drawn up. Aunt Mary finds me much more satisfactory than poor Miriam. The very spirit of solicitude I am, forever inquiring about her health, about her poor weak heart. 4 weeks, is that right, Mr. Jepson?
That's right, Ridgway. Or else.
I see. Or else. That's when it began. That, plus the fortunate circumstance of the new will in my favor, decided me on my plan. Now, murder wouldn't look right. Nobody else living in the house but Aunt Mary and I, and Elizabeth, the maid. And since I would benefit by 40,000 pounds, no, murder would not look right. Besides, I was fond of Aunt Mary. Well, a day or so after Mr. Jepson's visit, there occurred to me a rather whimsical idea for a practical joke. The first thing was to determine the degree of weakness of Aunt Mary's weak heart, and so I arranged an appointment for her with Dr. Meynell, the heart specialist in Harley Street.
Just have a chair, Mr. Ridgway.
Thank you, Dr. Meynell.
Now, Mr. Ridgway, as you requested, I've gone over your aunt, Mrs. Harter, thoroughly.
Yes?
And there is a heart weakness.
How dreadful.
But not terribly serious, Charles, Dr. Manell says.
But my poor dear Aunt Mary.
Dear Charles.
Naturally, you're shocked, Mr. Ridgway, but with the least care, she'll live to be 90, I should think. However, her mind must be kept well distracted.
Mind distracted?
Yes, distraction for the mind and no sudden shocks. That's most important. No sudden shocks.
I see. Well, thank you, Doctor.
Not at all. Out this way, my private exit. No use going through the waiting room again, eh? Well, good day, Mrs. Harter.
Good day, Doctor.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Oh, I say, Ridgway.
Yes?
I minimized your aunt's condition just a bit. Didn't want to alarm her. You, understand.
Yes, of course. Yes.
But what I said about no shocks, no frights, most important. A good fright might very well carry her off.
I see. I see. Well, thank you, Doctor. The next step was the radio. Aunt Mary must have a radio.
But, Charles, you know I don't care for newfangled things. We've got on quite well without a wireless. I don't see why we should have one now.
But don't you remember what Dr. Manel said, Aunt Mary? The mind distracted, well distracted. Those were his very words. You know, I'm only thinking of your heart.
I know you are, dear Charles. But...
That's better, Aunt Mary. That's more like yourself.
You are a comfort to me, Charles.
Thank you, Aunt Mary. Now, about the radio.
But really,
Now, you really ought to trust my judgment. I'm a bit of an expert on radio, you know. Before the war, I even had a small sender station of my own. Some of the equipment's still in one of my boxes somewhere about. So you see, I know.
But the waves, Charles, the electric waves, they might affect me.
There's no more electricity about it than there is about an electric light. Radio waves aren't electric.
But, Charles, Well, I must say it makes a frightful noise.
Oh, we'll have it tuned in a minute. Here we are.
What is it?
It's Spanish, Auntie. Madrid propaganda. There's France. What do you think of that? You can tune in the whole world. You see, Aunt Mary, radio waves converging from all over the world on this little box. From Madrid, Paris, New York, and beyond. Beyond! Who knows how far beyond?
Well, I must say, Charles, you're quite poetic about it.
Am I? Yes, I suppose I am. That was the first inkling I had that my little practical joke was going to be fun. The acting and coaxing poor dear Aunt Mary along bit by bit. Every evening she'd sit by the radio, listening to the news on the BBC Home Service and the classical music on the third program. Then, one morning, I attached a wire into the radio while she was still in bed, ran it along under the carpet into the small anteroom off the sitting room where the radio stood, took the hand microphone left over from my amateur sending days and hooked it to the other end of the wire, and everything was all ready. That evening, I backed the car out of the garage and started off for my regular Wednesday evening of bridge. But I drove only a short way, then parked behind a hedge and walked back to the house. I let myself in the side door and went into the small room off the sitting room where Aunt Mary sat alone listening to the radio. It was the third program, a program of Beethoven. I opened the door the slightest crack. The moment had come, and I felt my heart beating with strange emotion. I saw in my mind's eye Aunt Mary and the dimly lit sitting room, and I almost felt the mood she must be feeling as she sat dreamily immersed in the shifting strains of music. I picked up the microphone and...
Mary. Can you hear me, Mary? This is Patrick.
What?
This is Patrick, your husband, speaking. From the other side. I am coming for you soon. Will you be ready, Mary?
Patrick.
Will you be ready, Mary?
Patrick!
For Suspense, Autolite is bringing you James Mason and Pamela Collino in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Say, Hap, I spent Washington's birthday telling my young nephew the story of George Washington. What a great man he was. How he always told the truth.
Well, that was nice of you, Harlow. This younger generation should know about George Washington.
And to illustrate, I told him how I always tell the truth about Autolite Stay Full batteries.
What?
Those marvelous, wonderful get-up-and-get batteries with the extra reserve of water. Why, son, I told him a camel is practically dehydrated compared to an Autolite Stay Full battery. Because an Autolite Stay Full battery needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use.
But, Harlow, you were telling your nephew about George...
Always tell the truth, I told him. Like I tell the people about the punchy power for peppy performance packed in an Autolite Stay Full battery because of that ample sample of H2O. Yes, by Cornelius, I told him an Autolite Stay Full battery needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. That extra liquid reserve means longer life and stronger life. I told him about the fiberglass insulation between plates that adds months to the life of an Autolite Stay Full battery.
Well, I'm sure the kid learned a lot about George Washington. But wait, here's Suspense.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage James Mason, who will be joined by his wife, Pamela Colino, in Where There's a Will, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
After I'd spoken with the voice of Aunt Mary's dead husband, I waited a moment. Then, very cautiously, I looked into the sitting room. Aunt Mary was sitting bolt upright, transfixed. Then a sob broke from her as she looked toward the radio, which was now innocently transmitting the BBC third program again. I had to bite my lips to keep from laughing. But Aunt Mary said nothing about her experience, so I was obliged, the fourth morning after that, at breakfast, to say casually, "Oh, I say, Aunt Mary."
Yes, Charles?
I was just wondering, last evening...
Yes, Charles?
Aunt Mary, who's that funny old boy up in the spare room? The picture, that is. You know, the picture over the mantelpiece, the old boy with the beaver and the side whiskers?
Well, really, Charles, your tone is most disrespectful.
I'm sorry.
It's your Uncle Patrick, Charles. My late husband.
Oh, I say, I'm sorry. I'd no idea. After all, I never did know him, Aunt Mary.
Very well, Charles.
You see, I wondered. It was queer.
Queer? What's queer? Are you trying to say something, Charles?
Oh, no, not really. It's nothing. Nothing that makes any sense, I mean.
I wish you would tell me what it was that made you ask me about the picture of your uncle.
Well, if you will have it, I fancied I saw him.
Saw him?
The man in the picture, I mean, looking out of the end window when I was coming up the drive last night.
What?
Yeah. And later on, I happened to drift into the spare room, and there was the picture up over the mantelpiece, the same man. It's all quite easy to explain, really. I expect subconscious and all that. I must have noticed the picture before without realizing it, and then just fancied the face in the window. Aunt Mary, is something the matter?
Charles, my husband's face. Did you see it in the end window?
Why, yes. Why?
Only that was Patrick's. Your late uncle's dressing room, Charles.
The very absurdity of the story I made poor Aunt Mary believe was the fun. The clever, roundabout way I played my role. The following Wednesday night, I pretended to go and play bridge again. I concealed myself in the room off the sitting room just as before, took up the microphone, and spoke from the other world in the same sepulchral tones.
Mary, on Friday, I shall come for you. Friday at 9:30. At 9:30. Do not be afraid. There will be no pain. Be ready, Mary.
When I came into her bedroom the next morning, Aunt Mary was speaking to Elizabeth in a most businesslike manner.
Now, here you are, Elizabeth. I want you to take this letter I've written.
Yes, ma'am.
I wrote it last evening. If anything should happen, Friday evening. You understand me?
Yes, ma'am. Friday evening? But that's my night out.
So it is, and you go right ahead. However, if anything shall have happened by the time you get back on Saturday, I want this letter delivered to Dr. Mayall.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the top left-hand drawer of my bureau, it's locked. The long key with a white label. Everything in the drawer is ready.
Ready, ma'am?
For my burial.
Oh, ma'am, why, what are you saying? I thought you was in a sight better health.
Never mind that, Elizabeth. Don't be maudlin.
Ma'am.
Elizabeth, did I ever tell you how much I've left you in my will?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Well, I can't seem to remember. It was £50 in the old will, but did I raise it to 100? Well, at any rate, I want you to have £100. I'll have to look into it. But if anything should happen before I do, then Mr. Charles will see to it.
Did I hear my name mentioned, dear Aunt Mary?
Oh, good morning, Charles. Yes, I was just saying to Elizabeth, I don't know if I've left her £50 or £100, But if anything should happen to me, it's to be £100.
Well, I must say, that's a gloomy thing to be thinking about.
Oh, Mr. Charles, sir, she's been carrying on most awful just now.
What's this?
That's enough, Elizabeth. You may go now.
Yes, Mum. Yes, Mum.
Well, now, just what in the world is all this about? Suppose you tell me just what's going to happen to dear Aunt Mary.
Charles, what do you plan to be doing Friday evening?
Friday evening? Well, as a matter of fact, the Ewings asked me to go in and play bridge. But if you'd rather I stayed at home...
No, Charles. Actually, I'd prefer to be alone.
Well, just as you wish.
You know, I think I'll have Mr. Hopkinson send me the will. I want to find out about the bequest to Elizabeth. It's either £50 or £100. The rest, dear Charles, of course, goes to you.
Yes, dear Aunt Mary. Whatever you say. Friday evening. I'd picked that night because I knew it was Elizabeth's night off, and I wanted to be sure there was no one about. Friday evening, at 8 o'clock, I drove away, waited for an hour to elapse, then slipped back into the house. I looked through the crack in the door and saw Aunt Mary sitting in the high-backed chair beside the radio. As I listened, the 9 o'clock news ended, and a program of music was about to begin. It was 9:15. 15 minutes till the appointed time for the arrival of the dead Patrick. This time I did not touch the microphone. I went upstairs, opened a camphor chest of old clothes in the spare room, took a tube of spirit gum from my pocket, and bent forward intently in front of a mirror. Sharp on the instant of 9:30, there was a fumbling at the outer door of the house, and the front door slowly opened. And then there were slow, halting footsteps along the short hall to the sitting room, where an old woman waited. And then the sitting room door opened. The time has come, Mary.
Patrick, I'm ready.
My practical joke had worked to perfection. Aunt Mary's poor old heart couldn't stand the strain of seeing her dead husband, Patrick, arrive in person to carry her off into the spirit world. I stepped over the body, which had fallen dangerously near the burning fire in the grate. I took the poker and thrust some folds of paper that were lying in the ash into the fire to bring up a blaze, and in the blaze burned the false beard and side whiskers. I detached the wire fixed into the radio and took wire and microphone upstairs. I undressed and replaced Uncle Patrick's old-fashioned suit of clothes in the camphor chest in the spare room where I'd found it. Then I dressed again and went off to play bridge at the Ewings. 2 days later.
This is Mrs. Harter's... this was Mrs. Harter's residence. Oh, just a moment. It's Mr. Jepson, sir.
All right, I'll take it. You may go, Elizabeth.
Yes, sir.
Ridgway here. Anything wrong?
Not yet. I just wanted you to know that I read about it in the Daily Standard, Ridgway.
A pity about poor dear Aunt Mary, don't you think, Mr. Jepson?
A pity. And let me remind you, you have 1 week left.
I haven't forgotten. Once the newspapers announce my inheritance of £40,000, I'll have no difficulty borrowing. And then I'll pay up.
Good. Only remember this, Ridgway. You don't pay up and I send you to the same place you sent to your Aunt Mary. You understand? Or maybe it wouldn't be quite the same place, Ridgway. Now that you've got murder on your soul. Understand?
I understand, Mr. Jepson. And then, that evening, Dr. Mennell came to the house.
I really did think you'd want to see this.
You say Elizabeth brought it to you?
Yes, she said it was one of Mrs. Harter's last requests that she do so.
As a matter of fact, I do seem to remember... Yes, and I do recall seeing her give Elizabeth some such envelope as that. You've read the contents?
That's what's queer. Here, suppose you have a look for yourself.
All right. Tonight, Wednesday, at 9:15, I have distinctly heard the voice of my dead husband. He told me that he would come for me on Friday night at 9:30. If I should die on that day and at that hour, I should like the facts made known so as to prove beyond question the possibility of communicating with the spirit world. Mary Harter.
What do you make of it?
I hardly know.
It's a coincidence, to say the least. She did die at nearly that very hour, 9:30 Friday night.
But I don't understand.
In the circumstances, an autopsy is desirable, you understand, purely as a matter of form.
Yes. Yes, of course. Why not? Of course, everything must be done according to form. What's the matter with you, Charles? Have you lost your sense of humor? Finally, 5 days later.
Mr. Hopkinson is here to see you, sir.
Thank you, Elizabeth. That'll be all.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Ridgway. Frightful morning.
Mr. Hopkinson, about Mrs. Harter's, my aunt's, will.
I did not quite understand your insistent messages to me, Mr. Ridgway. You seem to be under the impression the late Mrs. Harter's will was in our keeping.
Why, yes. I've often heard my aunt say as much.
Oh, quite so. It was in our keeping.
Was?
That is what I said. Mrs. Harter wrote to us, however, asking that it be forwarded to her. There seemed to be some haste to the matter. At any rate, we got it out to her at once. She would have received it on Friday, the day of her death.
I do seem to remember her making mention of it. Something about the bequest to Elizabeth. She wanted to check the amount. It must be about the house somewhere, then.
Elizabeth has been through Mrs. Harter's personal effects, I believe.
Yes, just a moment. I'll call her. Elizabeth?
Yes, Mr. Charles?
Elizabeth, come here a moment, please.
Yes, sir?
Elizabeth, when you went through Mrs. Harter's things, was her will among them?
No, sir.
You're sure, Elizabeth?
Yes, sir. You see, I know what it looked like. The poor mistress had it in her hand the very evening of her death, when she sent me out.
You're sure of that?
Oh, yes, sir. She pointed out that about the £50 to me, sir. She said as she told you to give me the other £50. Not that I mentioned it to press you,
No,
sir.
no, of course not.
The will was in a long blue envelope, sir.
Quite right.
The same blue envelope, Mr. Charles, sir, was lying on the radio table by her chair the morning after. But empty, sir.
It was the envelope in which I dispatched the will to your aunt, Mr. Ridgway. Mr. Ridgway, was there a fire in the grate on Friday evening?
Yes, of course.
I see.
What are you driving at, Hopkinson?
I'm afraid, Mr. Ridgway, only one conclusion is possible. Your aunt sent for her will in order to destroy it.
What?
Yes, Mr. Ridgway.
But why? Why?
You had no disagreement with your aunt, Mr. Ridgway?
Not at all. We were on the most affectionate terms right up to the end.
Of course. Quite. Mr. Ridgway, you will understand, under the circumstances, we were obliged to investigate.
Investigate? What do you mean?
It happens that there is a former will of Mrs. Harter still extant. By it, Mrs. Harter leaves everything to her niece, to your cousin, Miriam.
To Miriam? Yes, but...
As for the more recent will sent by me before her death to Mrs. Harter, it must have been burned in the grate.
Burned? The will was burned.
Mr. Charles, can I get you something?
No, I'll be all right. You may go, Elizabeth.
Yes.
I'll run along too, Mr. Ridgway, if there's nothing further.
No, I'll telephone.
Quite. And yet there would seem to be little use for that. We've notified your cousin Miriam of her inheritance. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised you didn't know all this yourself. You see, we sent word round to the press yesterday. Well, good day, Mr. Ridgway.
Good day. I remembered some folds of paper that I thrust into the fire to make it blaze up and burn the false beard and side whiskers with which I'd frightened an old lady to death. And then I remembered something falling. A paper. A will. From an old woman's fingers as she stood frozen in terror too near the fire. I saw the fire again, consuming something. Consuming the will. All my cleverness.
Your maid said you weren't in.
but I thought she was lying. I don't like liars, Ridgway.
Mr. Jepson,
I read the papers. I read who's going to inherit your aunt's money. I don't like liars.
But I did think I was going to inherit, or why would I have killed her?
You killed her?
Of course.
Oh, so you did kill her.
How many times do you want me to say it?
I believe that'll do. All right, Inspector. That's what I wanted you to hear. Come in.
What?
And bring in the maid, too.
That was very clever of you, Mr. Jepson. I must confess, I had my doubts. Now, Mr. Ridgway, you'd better come along.
But I was only joking.
Young woman,
Yes, sir?
you heard Mr. Ridgway say he killed his aunt?
I did, sir, but he must have been joking. He
Never mind, that's enough. By the way, Mr. Ridgway, you'll be interested in knowing, I'm sure, that we checked with Dr. Manell on the autopsy. According to his report, your aunt's heart was so weak, she could not have lived another month.
What are you laughing at?
That's your joke, old man. Oh, your joke.
Yes. It is funny, isn't it? Very funny.
Thank you, James Mason and Pamela Colino, for a splendid performance. Now, Harlow Wilcox.
Friends, Autolite Stay Full batteries need water only 3 times a year in normal car use. And they're made by Autolite men who make over 400 products for cars, trucks, airplanes, and boats in 28 Autolite plants from coast to coast. Yes, sirree, Autolite also makes complete electrical systems for many makes of America's finest cars. Batteries, spark plugs, generators, starting motors, coils, distributors. All ignition engineered to fit together perfectly, work together perfectly, because they're a perfect team. So, folks, don't accept electrical parts that are supposed to be as good. Ask for and insist on Autolite original factory parts at your neighborhood service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. Remember, you're always right with Autolite.
Now, here again is
James Mason and wife
Pamela Colino.
I hope you both enjoyed being on Suspense tonight, and especially you, Mrs. Mason, even though the part of Elizabeth was small.
Oh, yes, it was a lot of fun. You see, James and I learned a long time ago that it's not how large the part is, but how much fun you have playing it. Besides, next time, Tony Leader has promised to find a script for me, in which James can play a butler or a cat or something.
How about that, Mr. Mason?
I'm looking forward to it. And we're looking forward, too, to next week when Joan Fontaine will star in The Lovebirds, another gripping study in
Suspense.
James Mason and Pamela Colino have just completed the book, The Cats in Our Lives. Tonight's suspense play was adapted from the Agatha Christie story by William Fifield. Music was composed by Lucien Morawek and conducted by Lud Gluskin. The entire production was under the direction of Anton M. Leader. Now here is great news. Beginning March 1st, Suspense on television may be seen in many areas of the country, Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
You can buy Autolite electrical parts, Autolite resistor spark plugs, Autolite Stay Full batteries at your neighborhood Autolite dealer. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Suspense. Autolite and its 96,000 dealers present Mr. Victor Mature in Momentum, a suspense play produced and edited by William Spear.
Say, Hap.
Yes, Harlow?
This morning I was telling a cantankerous cartoon of a car it would run better with Autolite resistor spark plugs when it reared up on its differential and replied, "What do you think I'm waiting for?"
A talking car.
Well, every bright buggy knows that Autolite resistor spark plugs mean a smoother idle and better engine performance on leaner gas mixtures.
Why, that's common knowledge among cars.
Right, you are, Hap. Autolite resistor spark plugs have 200% longer electrode life. And they cut down on spark plug interference with radio and television, too. Why, millions are in use. Backed by the engineering know-how of Autolite, wide-gap Autolite resistor spark plugs are sure, top, all-round spark plug performance. Get Autolite resistor spark plugs. Remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, with Momentum and with the performance of Victor Mature, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
I look just like any other guy standing on a platform waiting for a train at night. The other people walking up and down here waiting for their train, they might look and they might not. Just a guy waiting for a train, waiting to say goodbye to New York. They don't know I'm different. It's starting to snow. They think the way I'm clutching my coat collar together is because I'm cold. They don't know I've got a bullet in my neck. Yeah. This is some of that bad trouble my wife always is telling me I'm going to get myself in. Bad trouble. All those people dying on account of it. Like a snowball when it starts rolling itself up, gathering, what is it? Momentum. Well, in another 20 minutes, her train will be here, and I'll meet her, and we'll be on our way to San Francisco, and things will be different. Things will be a lot different. I never thought today was going to be like this. Since noon today, it's already lasted a couple million years. A couple of million years.
Dick, get up.
What's the idea?
Oh, Dick, get up. It's noon. 12 o'clock and you haven't even gotten out of bed yet.
What? 12 noon. Hey, you're going to be late for work.
I'm home on my lunch hour. I thought you'd do something like this. Sleeping all day.
I was up late last night.
Shooting pool.
All right. A guy's got to have some relaxation.
Been relaxing for 6 months. You haven't even tried to get a job.
Oh, nuts.
Nobody's out of work these days.
Look, I told you, it's got to be the right thing, that's all. I don't want to take the first stinking job that comes along.
Or do you want me to go on supporting you?
You didn't have to say that.
Well, everybody's saying. The people downstairs, the landlord, everybody. If I didn't have my little job, how could we eat?
So everybody's saying you're supporting me, is that it?
Well, isn't it?
I'll show 'em. I'll show 'em all. Who are they with their cheap little ideas and two-bit jobs? You don't have to work like a slave to make a living.
Oh, Dick. When you talk like... Sometimes I'm afraid you're going to get in trouble.
The guy's a little down on his luck, and all of a sudden, little wifey's a martyr. She has to go out and work.
Dick, please.
That's it, isn't it? You're a martyr.
No, darling, I didn't say that at all.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Dick, when I get home from work tonight, we're going to have to find a place to live.
Now, this place isn't good enough for you, huh?
No, darling. This is our last day. We're being evicted.
Says who?
The landlord stopped me this morning. We owe him 3 months' rent. I simply haven't got it. Well, we have until tomorrow morning.
Well, listen, nobody throws Dick Payne out of his own place.
I'll try to get home early. Find a hotel, maybe.
Wait a minute. Don't bother. I'll get some dough. I know just where. Mr. Burroughs.
Oh, Dick, you're not going to Mr. Burroughs.
Why not? He owes it to me. He's making money out of my invention, isn't he?
Dick, you know that when you worked for Mr. Burroughs, you were paid for everything you did.
Yeah, if you call a couple of bucks a week pay. Burroughs is making a lot of dough in that stinking shop just because of my invention.
But he's not that way. I worked for him, too, remember?
Then you ought to know how he cheated me. Yeah, that's what he did. He cheated me.
You know Mr. Burroughs isn't that kind of man. The firm isn't run that way. If you had anything
Go ahead. That's right. Stick up for that shyster who robbed your own husband. I'm going over and see him today for a showdown.
Oh, Dick, please don't go over there. Don't make any trouble.
We need dough, don't we? We're being evicted, aren't we? Well, I'm going to show you a little action. I'm going out and get her some dough.
You know Mr. Burroughs won't listen to anything so
He'll
foolish.
listen to me, and he'll pay too plenty.
Oh, darling, no.
What are you crying about? Look, when I get that dough, you won't have to support me anymore. Cut it out. Go on back to work. I'm going to lie here a couple of minutes and figure this out. Go on, go on. I guess I was pretty sore when I talked to her like that. But it made me mad. You know, like one of those things leads to another and the whole thing gets going like momentum. By the time I cooled off, I was up in the Bronx where Burroughs has his little office and machine shop and back. I phoned from a drugstore on 192nd Street. And the girl said there'd be a lot of people there all afternoon. So I killed time at a double feature. But I was back there at 6:30 just after dark. And I was mad again thinking about the eviction and all. There was a light in his office, so I got around the side street. And I tried to see what was going on. The blinds were down over the window, but there was enough space for me to see the part of the room. Someone was in there with him. I couldn't see who it was. They were just shaking hands.
Well, good night. Don't you worry about it anymore. Good night.
I waited right there by the window until whoever it was had gone. Then I walked around and up to the door. But I didn't have to knock.
Oh,
Good evening, Mr. Burroughs.
I was just leaving you. You want to see me about something?
Yeah. Yes, sir, I do.
Well, all right. Come in, come in. It's chilly out tonight. Feels like snow, maybe. Well, sit down, sit down.
Thanks.
Now what?
Well, I used to work here in the shop once. I quit 6 months ago. Remember me, Dick Payne?
I most certainly do remember you, Payne. Married the best secretary I ever had. Yeah, Pauline, a wonderful girl.
I think so.
I'm sure you appreciate that. She's a very fine girl.
Yeah, she's all right.
How are things with you and Pauline?
Good. Good.
Want to come back to work, Payne?
No, that isn't what I came to see you about. It's about that lug wrench you're still using in the shops, the one with the long side screw.
Yeah, what about it?
I invented it, Mr. Burroughs.
Oh, really? I thought Tim Riley worked that out.
Well, Tim worked on it, but it was me who figured out how to set that thumb screw.
Hasn't the thumb screw always been set that way?
Not high on the wrench, no.
Oh,
And
I see.
Since I figured it out while I was here, and since you're using it, well, I think I ought to be paid for it. I worked on it a long time.
Payne, I just don't believe this, frankly. Tim Riley's been my foreman for 12 years. I know him pretty well. He'd have been the first to tell me if you'd contributed anything to perfecting that wrench.
Well, he wanted all the credit himself.
No, Payne. It's not a matter of credit or money or anything else.
Now, look here, Mr. Burroughs. Look here, Burroughs. I'm not going to be cheated out of anything.
Stop it, Payne. I'm not obligated to you in any way.
Look, you're still using the wrench, aren't you?
I don't want to argue with you, and I don't want to be bothered with you. If it weren't for Pauline and the respect I have for her, I wouldn't even listen to you. I told her just the other...
Let's leave her out of this, huh? She's my wife.
Unfortunately for her. You know, Payne, I expected you to try something like this, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah, well, where's my dough?
Here. I want you to sign this. Here.
What is it?
A release. Although I don't owe you anything, for Mrs. Payne's sake, I'm giving you some money, because I know you both need it. This release will be my receipt. It'll insure me against you bothering me about this again.
Yeah?
Go ahead, sign it.
Where's the dough? Where's the dough? How much?
$200?
Well, why didn't you say so? Oh, no, you don't, wise guy. I want more than that. Look, if it's big enough to make me sign a release, it's big enough to bring in a lot more dough.
Get out of here, Payne. Get out of here.
And who's going to make me?
I'm smaller than you, Payne, but so help me, I'll throw you out myself. You're a no-good, worthless...
Cut that!
How Pauline could ever have seen
Look,
anything...
I told you to leave her out of this, didn't
now,
I?
Get out of here before
Give me my
I really
dough.
lose my... Get out of here!
Oh, no, you don't. You don't like that, huh? Well, try this. All right now, Mr. Burroughs. Come on, Mr. Burroughs. I didn't mean to... Mr. Burroughs. You see, it was just one of those days. He said something, and I said something, and it all piles up like a snowball. The first thing somebody gets, hurt. If he'd listened to reason if he'd just listened to reason, he'd be alive now. When I felt his pulse, there was nothing. I opened his coat to feel his heart. And that's when a black chamois billfold fell out. It was crammed with money. My money.
Autolite is bringing you Mr. Victor Mature in Momentum, tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Hey, Hap, what's the book you have there?
Just a story I'm reading, Harlow. Ruggles of Red Gap.
Really? Say, maybe you'd be interested in my life story, Wilcox of Wide Gap.
Wilcox of Wide Gap?
Mm-hmm. It's all about my sterling and sensational success selling Wide Gap Autolite resistor spark plugs.
Sensational success? You?
Certainly. Didn't you know that over 20 million Wide Gap Autolite resistor spark plugs have been sold? And small wonder. Who can resist having a set of Wide Gap Autolite resistor spark plugs installed in his car when I tell him these Wide Gap whizzes mean smoother engine idle, better performance on leaner gas mixtures, actual gas savings? Why, everybody goes for Autolite resistor spark plugs with the exclusive built-in 10,000 ohm Autolite resistor. You get smoother, faster, easier starts in cold temperatures, 200% longer electrode life, reduced spark plug interference with radio and television reception. So, friends, see your neighborhood Autolite spark plug dealer and have him install a set of the famous Wide Gap Autolite resistor spark plugs in your car. Remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Victor Mature in Momentum, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
11:50. The train will just be pulling out of Grand Central now. It'll be here in 10 minutes, 12 o'clock. It won't be long now. Another 10 minutes, I'll be safe on that train with Paulie. And all of this will be over. I'll make it. Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing. Not even this bullet. He started it all, Mr. Burroughs. And then the whole thing got going. Momentum. I didn't mean to kill him. I just went there to get my money, the money he owed me for using my invention. But nobody saw me do it, and I got out of there. All I wanted to do was get home to Pauline. But first I had to stop somewhere and get a drink. I needed it bad. I found a little place on 3rd Avenue, 60-something. It was empty except for the bartender.
Hello.
Hello. Business is kind of slow tonight, huh?
Big television shows don't start until 8. What'll it be?
I'd like some whiskey. Just whiskey.
Just whiskey, and whiskey it is, mister.
Yeah.
Chaser?
No. Give me another one.
Sure. Kind of dry, huh?
Yeah.
Another one?
No. That's enough, thanks.
That's $1.20.
$1.20? Well, that's no problem. Just take it out of... Oh.
Something wrong, buddy?
Oh, no. I've changed my mind.
Yeah, what about?
I think I'll have another drink. Yeah, give me another one. Only make it a double this time.
Sure. Want to pay me for the other 2 first?
I'll pay you when I'm finished.
House rule.
Huh?
Every 2 drinks we always collect in this place. That way, in case anybody tries to run out on a tab, which they don't generally do, 'cause I don't like things like that. We don't lose much if they make it.
Just a minute. You don't think that
Which
I'm trying
they
to...
don't generally do.
Look, I'm not trying to beat you out of anything. I got money.
Sure you have. You know, there's some guys around this town you just can't tell about. What's the matter?
I feel a little sick. Where's the washroom?
Door right back there behind the cigarette machine. Want to pay me now?
I'll be right back. Just my luck. The drinks were more than the change I had in my pocket. That meant I had to break one of those bills I took from Burroughs. They were all 50s and 100s. I couldn't take a chance on that bartender. He might think it was funny and remember and tell the police. I got panicky. It was another one of those snowballing things. I had to get out of that place. In the washroom, there was a window that led off to the alley. I just raised it, and it was climbing up on the sill when the bartender walked in. He was carrying a gun.
All right, wise guy. I thought you'd try something like this. Come on, get over that ledge.
Look, I was only opening the window to get some air in here.
Yeah, sure. Tell it to the cops.
I'll pay you. Look, I'll pay you anything you want.
Deadbeat. I spotted you the minute you walked in the joint. I can spot him a mile off. Now, come on, get moving.
No.
Let go of my arm, you crazy fool. This gun's loaded. You might get scared.
Let go of me. You.
You're crazy.
I stood there with the gun in my hand. I didn't mean to hurt him either. But he tried to turn me over to the police for nothing. I hit him in the leg, but he was out cold. I didn't know what to do. I didn't dare leave the gun. I just didn't know what to do. Finally, I thought I heard somebody coming in the front. I found a back door and ran until I was out of breath. I went up the stairs of our apartment house 2 at a time, and by the time I got inside my door, I thought my knees were going to buckle. But I had the safe feeling that a guy's own place gives him, no matter how stinking it is. Pauline was cooking supper.
Dick? Oh, Dick, hello.
Liver and onions again?
I heard you come in, Dick. I'm glad you're home.
Liver and onions.
Well, I know it isn't one of your favorites, but liver was on sale.
Turn it off.
All right, but I'm going to eat it.
No, you're not. Neither one of us are.
Dick, what is it now? You've been drinking.
2 drinks and I'm drunk, huh?
I didn't say that. But when you drink, it means something's happened. What is it this time?
I made up my mind.
Oh, you mean you're going to take a job?
Yeah.
Oh, darling.
Well, you haven't heard it all yet.
I don't need to hear anymore.
Listen, I know I haven't been a model American husband.
Oh, Dick.
Nobody ever voted me the guy most likely to become a millionaire, but, honey, well, I didn't always get the breaks, you know.
No, of course.
You need to get a certain amount of momentum to... Why kid anybody? It's been my fault.
No, it hasn't, darling. Mm-mm. You've tried in your own way.
Don't keep it up. Everybody thinks I'm a sponge or a deadbeat. You told me they did.
They don't know you like I do.
Nobody believes in me. There's no reason why they should.
I believe in you.
Do you really?
Yes, darling. Yes.
Say it again.
I believe in you.
How much?
As much as anybody could. More.
Would you believe in me in Chicago, in Milwaukee, or in San Francisco?
Anywhere. Anywhere in the world.
All right, then we're going.
Going? Where?
San Francisco.
My
From
job.
now on, I'm doing the work for this family.
Well, how can we
Look,
pick
I've
right
got
up
the money here. Look at it.
Dick! How much is this you have? Where'd you get
Never mind. Look, I got it, and it belongs to me. Take half of it. Go ahead, take it.
Well, all right, but I
Now, look,
already...
go down to Grand
Well-
Central and buy 2 Pullman tickets to San Francisco on the 9 o'clock train.
Well, I'll have to pack. Did you rob a bank?
Don't bother. Buy what you need downtown. It'll give you something to do. From now on, we forget this stinking place and start over from the bottom up. New clothes, new landlords, jobs, new friends, and new enemies. Dick Payne will show 'em. Yeah, I'll show 'em all what I can do.
Well, why do you want me to go alone to the station? Why aren't you coming?
I got business to do first. I'm going to pay off all my debts, everybody I owe. How do you like that?
Oh, it's wonderful, Dick, but... Honestly, now, where did you get that
Skip the
money?
questions. It's my dough. I work for it. Satisfy you?
Well,
Now listen. You get reservations at Grand Central and get on the train. It stops at 125th Street. I'll be busy uptown, so I'll get on at 125th. You got it?
125th Street Station.
Right.
Yeah.
And when that train pulls out of that station, the guy sitting next to you is going to be me.
Oh.
And we'll be heading for a new life, baby. A new life. If she knew what was really on my mind, she'd never have left. I couldn't risk hanging around 42nd Street, showing up at Grand Central with all its bright lights and its cops. I had to hide in some uptown dive where nobody'd find me and then sneak on the train to 125th Street, where they got only about 3 bulbs and no cops. I stood at the window and watched her cross the street. That's when I noticed this guy. A guy standing on the other side of the street looking up right at the apartment. Big, bulky, with policeman-type shoes. I jumped back from the window as he started to cross the street. I pulled my gun out to see if it was loaded. I heard him. I heard him coming up the stairs. There was nothing to do but wait for him. What do you want?
You're Richard Payne?
No, Anderson's my name.
Isn't this apartment 12?
Yeah, it is. I moved in this morning. Paid moved out yesterday.
Oh, now, wait a minute. You fit the description I got until I find out better you're the man I want.
Look, I tell you
we
that
got
this-
a little business, you and I don't know.
I reached down and I jerked him off his feet into the room. I knew they'd find me, but I didn't think it would be this quick. He was big and he knew how to handle himself, but I swung the butt of my gun against the side of his head and he went limp. I held him up against the door. I didn't want to touch him, but I thought maybe I could find something in his pockets that would tell me how they knew about me. He didn't have a gun or a badge, only a piece of paper. He was a bailiff from the city hall. He's come to evict us. Evict us, and I'd killed him. I wasn't a killer. It was this momentum. Everybody I met. 3 people in 3 hours.
Hello, Mr. Payne.
Out of my way.
What are you doing with a gun in
Out of my way.
It's gone crazy. This place is a regular fuckhouse.
Why, Mr. Payne, what's the matter?
Move that baby carriage. Get out of my way.
Don't point that gun at me.
Move it.
No!
I said move it. Oh, no, you don't, Copper. The second bullet hit me. Hit me somewhere in my back, up high. I don't know where exactly. The pain was everywhere at once, and for a moment everything stopped working. I grabbed the edge of a building and saw a long alley wavering in front of my eyes. It was a long, dark alley. There was a light at the other end. I got my breath and started towards that bright spot. I knew the whole neighborhood would be after me. Besides everything else, now I'd been shooting at cops. The light at the other end turned out to be a milk truck without a driver. All of a sudden, nobody had to tell me what to do. I got in and I drove off. I left the truck somewhere on 127th Street or someplace, I don't know where, a block or 2 from here. The toughest thing of all was climbing the stairs to get up here to the station. 3 flights of stairs, a step at a time, and like my head would fall off from pain every time I took a step.
Broadway Limited, non-stop to Chicago, just arriving.
Just a minute.
Oh, hello. Hey, you sick, mister?
Where did the Pullman stop?
Oh, the Pullmans always stop up front by the second light.
What time does the Chicago train come in?
Oh, they just arrive. Leave a Grand Central, 11:50 o'clock. Arrive here, 12 midnight, under the hat. 80 years I sweep up the platform, always on the time. You gonna catch?
Yeah.
Where's your bags?
My wife got on at Grand Central with the luggage. I'm meeting her. We're going places, boy.
Oh, that's nice. So where you going? Chicago, Kansas City?
As far as it'll take me, west.
Oh, San Francisco. That's a nice town. When you get there, what are you going to do?
I got a job there.
That's good. Well, maybe someday I take a train to San Francisco. Now I got a job here, sweeping. Hey, listen. She just come out of the tunnel. It's on the time.
Good.
That's a pretty, huh? Good. Except when the train comes at night. When I work, it's always quiet up here. I just brush the dirt off of the side. Down she goes, 45 feet down to the street where the dots belong. Mister, please move the foot so I sweep where you stand. Huh?
Sure.
Thanks a lot. I sweep just... Hey, what's this?
Huh?
Your nose don't bleed, but there's a fresh blood drip on the platform. Hey, what's your name?
None of your business.
Just a minute. More blood. I don't like this. Now I know why you don't tell me your name. You shame. Maybe you the same fellow shoot a policeman tonight.
All right, turn around.
Oh, you gotta go.
Turn around, I said.
Minister, what are you gonna do?
Don't you worry here. What do you think?
Broadway Limited?
Help me up the steps, please.
Sure.
Thanks.
There you go.
Oh.
What's the matter with that fella? He looks so funny.
Dick! Oh, here I am. You were going right past me.
Pauline, the lights were flickering. I couldn't see. I
Dick,
couldn't
what's wrong?
see. Just tired, terribly tired. I kept my word and met you, but I'm so tired.
Dick, you're hurt.
Take care of me, Pauline. Don't let them get to me. Don't let...
Who? What is it, dearest? Who are they?
Hold me. Hold me, Pauline.
Oh, darling. What did you do?
It wasn't my fault. I went to get the money from Burroughs. The money he owed me, I killed him.
Oh, no.
And everything
Oh,
went wrong. Everything. All those people, but I had to get that money. I had to get that money for us.
Oh, Dick, no.
I had to.
What? I got off work early and went to see Mr. Burroughs. He gave me $200. He said when you came by, he'd have you sign a release for it.
Pauline.
Oh, Dick! Oh, Dick!
Suspense, presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Victor Mature.
Mr. Mature, that was a top performance.
Well, thanks a lot.
Do you know something else that gives a top performance?
Well, you're probably going to say Autolite resistor spark plugs, huh?
Vic, you're right with Autolite.
Harlow, I would have been very much surprised if you'd said anything else.
Why, sure. Autolite resistor spark plugs with the exclusive built-in 10,000 ohm Autolite resistor permit a wide gap setting, giving top spark plug performance. Top performers, too, are the more than 400 other products made by Autolite for cars, trucks, planes, and boats in 28 Autolite plants coast to coast. They include complete electrical systems for many of America's finest cars. Spark plugs, batteries, starting motors, generators, coils, distributors. All engineered by Autolite to fit together perfectly, work together perfectly, because they're a perfect team. So, friends, don't accept electrical parts that are supposed to be as good. Insist on and get Autolite, original factory parts at your service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. Remember, you're always right with Autolite. Next Thursday for Suspense, Red Skelton will be our star. The play is called The Search for Isabel, and it is, as we say,
a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Tonight's Suspense play was produced and edited by William Spear and directed by Norman MacDonald. Music for Suspense is composed by Lucien Morawek and conducted by Lud Gluskin. Momentum is a Cornell Woolrich story adapted for radio by E. Jack Newman. Victor Mature appeared through the courtesy of 20th Century Fox, producers of the Technicolor production, Oh, You Beautiful Doll. In the coming weeks, you will hear such stars as Van Heflin, Lucille Ball, and Desi Arnaz. By the way, Lorene Tuttle tonight was Pauline. And now, don't forget, next Thursday, same time, Autolite will present Suspense, starring Red Skelton.
You can buy Autolite resistor spark plugs, Autolite stay-full batteries, Autolite electrical parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
This is National Safety Congress Week. The Electric Autolite Company, which received the National Safety Council's Public Interest Award this year, urges you to do your part to promote safety on the highway, in the home, and on the job. Drive slowly. Death and danger travel in fast company. And remember to be careful wherever you are. The life you save may be your own. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Suspense. Autolite and its 96,000 dealers present Mr. Burt Lancaster in The Long Wait, a suspense play produced and edited by William Spear.
Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. The horse knows the way to carry the sleigh.
Hey, that's not the way Hurrah for Thanksgiving Day goes.
What do you mean? Why, I wrote it.
No matter. The 1950 version is different. Listen. Over the river and through the woods, the snow is soft and white. Grandpa is happy with his jalopy. His spark plugs are Autolite. Over the river and through the woods blow high, ye winds blow low. The car's as snappy as Grandma and Pappy. Because Autolite resistor spark plugs get it going faster in cold temperatures. Give smooth, even spark all along the line of fire. Let your engine idle smoother, run better on leaner gas mixtures. Save gas.
Wait a minute. These last lines don't rhyme.
Why, sure they do. Your car and Autolite resistor spark plugs are always in rhyme. In fact, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, with The Long Wait and with the performance of Burt Lancaster, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
When I stepped off the train at Grand Central, I spotted Len Bush waiting for me. All the heat of my body sucked into my head. I knew that feeling. I felt that way every time I wanted to kill a man. He waved to me. I turned my back and I started up the ramp to the upper level in the street. He caught up to me and he kept pace with his long, shuffling lope.
Don't get me wrong, Dan. I don't want to hound you.
Now, why begin, Lieutenant?
Something you said to the warden before you left.
You want to repeat on it? I told him I'd be back for the limit.
In this town, we don't even like guys to steal apples off push carts. So when it comes to
You
murder...
can't touch me. I served my full time. I'm clean. We just got to sit back and wait for it to happen.
Your brother died 2 years ago. Everybody's cooled off. Why don't you let it lay?
I don't cool so easy.
If Richie could come back, he'd say, forget it.
Don't tell me what my brother would say.
All right, I won't. I don't know why I butt into other people's affairs anyway. It's not my job to worry about things before they happen.
You'll be the first to know, Lieutenant.
You're a jerk if you put your neck in a noose to rub out a dame like Lois Williams. So long, Dan.
I waited until he was swallowed in the crowd. Then I went across and down Park until I made the Coronet Hotel on 40th Street.
Danville? Oh, yes. Mr. Thompson reserved a room for you. 423.
The elevator was an old cage that pulled itself upward, like an old man with asthma climbing stairs. I caught the reflection of my face in the panel mirror of the cage. 3 years housekeeping with the state hadn't left a mark. A little paler, maybe. Serene was the word for me. That's the way the reporter put it. The serene countenance of an alabaster saint, showing no trace of the killer rampant under the shell. Only I hadn't killed anyone. Yet. I got out of the elevator and I found 423. Inside, I made for the bathroom. I felt under the washstand. The gun was there. Shorty Thompson had it taped neatly in place, just like he'd promised. I pried it loose. I heard someone at the door. I yanked it open. Lois Williams came in. Not exactly came in. She sort of slithered in along the wall and hung there like a busted balloon. The little rat was as beautiful as ever. The scared look in her eyes made them brighter, greener. She was wearing one of those curved gowns that she used to design for herself and was pointed up neat and tidy. She stared at the gun in my hand in a kind of a glad, hungry way.
Or I'd save you the trouble of coming for me.
I'd have found you. But thanks anyway.
What are you waiting for?
I don't know.
Go ahead. Kill me.
Don't hurry me.
Go ahead. You want me dead and I don't want to live.
You want to die. That's why you came to me.
There's one thing, Dan, about Richie. I didn't think he'd kill himself.
You figured he'd enjoy looking at his wife and kids through bars for the next 10 years, huh?
I've lost every friend I had because of that. Nobody will speak to me, have anything to do with me. I can't get a job either. No club will hire me. They're all afraid of me.
What do you expect? They all knew how I felt about my brother. By the way, how is Tim Grady? I'm going to look him up, too.
That's a kick. I ratted on Richie to save Tim, and then he shook me loose. He didn't want anything to do with a squealer, he said.
And you still love that dirty... It took him to make you miserable enough to want to die, huh?
All right, so now you know. No job, no friends, no Tim. I got nothing to live for.
My brother had everything to live for, and you... He killed himself.
That'd save the postmortem till after you do the job.
This was the dame who caused my brother's death. But she wasn't scared. She was begging for it. Something was wrong. She came closer to me. She looked up at me with that haunted thing all over her. Desire for an end of life. I thought of her suddenly dead, still looking like that. I couldn't do it. It wasn't right. I put my gun back in my pocket. She saw me do it.
Even when I try to get myself killed, I fumble. I'll take care of it myself.
Hey, watch it, you crazy little... Come here. I'm allergic to people jumping out of windows, especially out of a room registered in my name. Come here.
Why? Why did you stop me?
You always were a high-strung dame. Now go on, go home. Go home and sleep it off like it was a jag.
I don't have a home.
You really don't, huh?
I got nothing. I told you I got nothing.
No. No, it's no fun this way.
Oh, well.
Wait a minute. I'll stake you to a room in the hotel. Here, have a drink. You'll feel better.
Thanks.
Lois. Lois, I'd like to help you.
You help me? Why?
To tell you the truth, I don't know. But I know what Richie meant to me. I was with him when he died. I heard the way he called your name.
Dan, listen to me.
Before you became a singer, you were a dress designer.
Oh, what does that prove?
Well, it proves your troubles are over if you want them to be.
The only way my troubles will be over is for you to use that gun.
There's a way that doesn't hurt so much. The nerve doc says there's nothing like starting your own business or cracking a safe to get your mind off trouble.
What do you know about psychiatry?
Nothing. But I know plenty about cracking safes. And I understand business is almost the same thing. Go into business.
I haven't got a dime.
I'll supply the coin. We'll be partners.
Yeah? And what?
The dress business.
Dressed it. The boys would laugh you out of town.
Nobody laughs at Dan Varro. Well, come on, what do you say? Partners?
I haven't designed this dress for years.
Oh, it'll come back to you. Once you're in business, you're sure to make a lot of new friends. Get a new slant on life. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll talk to the old gang into giving you a break again. If things are going smooth, you'll be happy again.
You think so?
I looked at her a minute. And then I put across the clincher. Lois, I'll bet even Tim Grady comes back. I was always baffled by the effect a guy could have on a dame. I watched Hope push some of the unhappiness off her face. Mentioned the guy, and the dame's heart changes places with her brain. She hesitated a second.
I'll give it a try.
Good. Now, do you think you can make it past bridges and open manholes, or do you need protection?
I'm all right now. After all, we're partners.
I raised 20 grand, and Lois went all out spending it. She threw herself into the job with all she had. She had plenty. She was going to open on Madison Avenue. I spent a lot of time with Lois, talking dress shop. She took me to spots to check style. The dog show, the art galleries, the opera. She was beginning to show signs of wanting to live again. A month after we became partners, she told me.
We can open tomorrow, Dan, except that,
Let's have it, Lois.
The money's all run out. And, Dan, we have to advertise and get a sales force.
What'll it take?
5,000? Oh, 3,000. Oh.
I'll get it.
Oh, Dan.
She kissed me, and I fought down the chill that sent along my spine. I said, I want you to be happy, Lois. I went over to the Emerald Club on 60th to raise the money. I'd stayed away from the old spots till now. Lou Henry, who owned the place, glad-handed me when I walked in.
Hey, Dan Farrell. Where you been, boy?
Oh, around and about.
Yeah, you're awful early, Dan. Tables don't open till 10.
I need $5 grand, Lou.
$5 grand? Without even a hello to soften me up?
I need it, Lou. I figured you'd let me have it. For past favors.
Oh, sure, Dan. Don't mean no more to me than my right arm.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Say, Dan, a buddy of your brother's is out there at the bar. Shorty Thompson.
Oh, thanks again. I'd like to see Shorty.
Another one, bartender.
Hello, Shorty.
Huh? Oh, you, huh? Hey, you're in business, Dan. Something real imaginative, huh?
Yeah, legitimate, too. Ladies' gowns.
Ain't that a riot?
Shorty was drunk. I don't like to talk to drunks. I was going to leave when I saw who the guy was on the other side of Shorty. It was Lieutenant Len Bush. Shorty turned his back on me and spoke to him.
This guy is Richie Varro's brother, as though you didn't know. A few years ago, the joke was on you, Lieutenant. You put Dan away for sticking up a jewelry store. You didn't really believe Dan Verrill would pull anything as crude as that. It was Richie who done it. But Big Brother here took the rap.
Shut up, Shorty.
Used to be sort of a gag with the boys. If Richie got shot, Danny Boy would do the bleeding for him. Everybody knew that Richie was 1 in a million. Everybody knew that Danny Boy would die for the kid. Yeah, I'm going to let you in on a secret, Bush. Danny Boy's partner is the dame who killed Richie Varro.
You're drunk, Shorty.
Get away from me, you rat.
I turned back to the bar and I kept my temper in my pocket. If Shorty kept talking like that, it wouldn't be healthy for him, and I didn't want to do anything to him. He was Richie's best friend. 2 more of Richie's friends walked in while I was downing my drink. Gus Manning and Tommy Algo. I put my glass down and I started to leave.
Just a minute, then.
What's on your mind?
The way I get the news, you and Lois are teamed up.
Yeah?
That's all I want to know. You think...
Hey, hold it, Gus, hold it. Maybe Dan's got it scrambled. Lieutenant, Lois Williams is a dame who pinned the rap on Richie, ain't she?
Any newspaper morgue will give you the answer.
Look, I know she testified against him.
And you know she lied about your brother to save Tim Grady.
I know.
Well?
All right. Lieutenant, the boys and I want to have a little talk.
Okay, Dan, it's your funeral.
We all watched Len put on his hat and walk out. I put my back up against the bar so none of them could get behind me.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Hey, cut it out, you guys, cut it out. Dan, you okay?
Yeah.
What happened?
Boys don't like me just now. They want to keep me from making a girl happy.
Yeah, the girl responsible for your brother's death.
Yeah, that's right.
Autolite is bringing you Mr. Burt Lancaster in The Long Wait, tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
And now it's time for my Thanksgiving fairy tale. Last night, my car called me out to the garage.
Harlow, I don't feel good. I think you ought to do something about it.
Well, open your hood and say ah.
Ah.
Ooh, your spark plugs need replacing. I'll buy you a new set of Autolite resistor spark plugs with the exclusive Autolite 10,000 ohm built-in resistor.
Gosh, Harlow, would you? That's better than turkey on Thanksgiving. Just think how I'll run.
Yes, you'll start faster in cold temperatures with Autolite resistor spark plugs. Give smoother idling and better performance on leaner gas mixtures, which means you'll even save me gas. And the neighbors will be thankful because they know Autolite resistor spark plugs reduce spark plug interference with radio and television reception.
I know all that, so why wait?
Well, I hustled up a set of Autolite resistor spark plugs, and those those Autolite bullseye headlights lit up with joy.
You're a good boss, Harlow.
Now, the moral is, if you want your car to thank you for helping it run better, see your Autolite spark plug dealer and have him replace old worn-out narrow gap spark plugs with a set of the sensational new wide gap Autolite resistor spark plugs. Remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage our star Burt Lancaster with Betty Lou Gerson in The Long Wait, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I sent the $5,000 to Lois so that she could open the doors while I went after business. And I knew where to get it. Nobody spends dough on a dame like a hood when he's loaded. On Thursday, the Third National Bank was held up. Friday morning, I knocked on a door on 8th Avenue.
Who is it?
Me, Dan Varro.
Busy now, Dan. Some other time?
Hello, Tony. Oh, hello, Glenda.
Hello.
What do you want, Dan?
You knocked over the Third National.
What is this, a hijack?
No. Your dame looks like she needs a lot of clothes.
Up till last night, I figure on getting plenty of touch.
What are you two talking about?
I'm in the dress business, Tony. Tell the other boys, too. I want all the dames buying their clothes from Lois Williams.
Sure. What do I care where they buy them?
The next day, I ran into Numbers Johnson. He ran the policy racket on the east side.
I don't have a dame, Dan. You know that.
Yeah, I know. It's about time you gave your wife a break.
If I buy her clothes now, she'll expect me to every time I hit.
That's the idea. Do you see it my way, or do I...
I don't figure it. You, in the dress business.
Well, if I keep happy in the dress business, I'll stay out of the numbers business. Which way do you want to play?
The doll will get some new duds.
Once the ball started rolling, it became a mountain. Lois knew all the angles on female thrills. Her clientele was strictly 10th Avenue, but she turned them out on Long Island, and they loved it. One dame tells another, and in no time at all, the shop was jammed with customers. It was a crime the way the dames spent the dough the hoods go to make so much trouble to collect. Lois glowed like a firefly. She was a complete businesswoman. She loved being surrounded with dolls who bounced in and out with business of the shop, business that must have Madame's attention. I asked her during a lull, "You happy, Lois?"
Yes, Dad. Almost completely. I do miss the old gang, though. Come in.
Pardon me, Miss Williams. There's a Mrs. Verrill outside. She wants to see Mr. Verrill.
Mrs. Oh.
Richie's wife, June. She was supposed to be in the mountains with the kid. That's why I sent her money. I didn't want her to know about this. She was waiting for me on the street. She had a roll of bills in her hand, and she threw it at my feet. The roll bounced against the storefront. I saw the rubber band snap off it and the bills unwrap like a sigh of relief.
You think I'd take your money now?
Now? Well, what do you mean?
You and Lois.
Okay, so it's tainted money, but you got a kid, you need it.
You thought a lot of Richie, didn't you?
As much as you did.
Oh, no, much more. When Richie had pneumonia, I remember how hard you took it. During the crisis, you wouldn't eat or drink or talk. I remember thinking, if Richie dies, Dan will die, too.
Take the money for the kid.
You loved Richie. And now you're sponsoring that woman with his blood.
June, wait!
I'll kill you both!
Nobody was going to keep me from doing what I wanted. Not Len Bush following me around, or Shorty Thompson hating my guts, or Richie's wife itching to kill me. I'd given Lois back an urge to live. I swore I was going to make her happy, and I was on first base. She had a going business. Lois's old gang hung out in the village, the bolo room. Richie, Lois, and Tim Grady used to pal around with the musicians who played the spot. They used to wait until closing time, and then huddle with the jive artists until morning. When Lois and Tim double-crossed Richie, the other kids cut Lois out of their hair, and Tim Grady left town. That night I went down to the bolo room to get Lois's friends back for her. I walked in just as the last paying customers left. The kids were getting set for a jam session when they spotted me. The place became full of hush. They glared at me, hating me, but not daring to open their mouths. I picked a menu up off a table and I laid it on the bar. I pulled a pencil out of my pocket. I said, "I'm giving a party for Lois Williams. You're all invited. Saturday night, Gold Room, Coronet Hotel. Whitey Jones?"
Yeah?
"I'm putting you down, plus your dame and 3 guests.
Suppose I can't make it.
And throw away your piano. You'll never play it with broken hands. Phil Blass? You, your dame, and 3 friends. And your horn. Well?
Okay, yeah, sure, Daddy, sure.
Jerry Barton? Mel Foley?
What?
Joe Ward? Les Seltzer. Your dames and 3 friends.
Okay.
And make sure that Lois knows that you're all tickled to death to see her. I'll be checking you off as you come in. I'll be seeing you Saturday night. It was Friday, the day before the party. Hello?
Hello, Dan.
Yeah?
This is Lou Henry down at the Emerald Club.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want you to think I'm butting into your affairs, Dan, but, well, knowing how you feel about Lois.
Yeah?
Well, June, your brother's wife's been down here talking to Shorty Thompson.
So what?
She talked Shorty into rubbing out Lois.
What?
He's on his way now. Remember who told you, Dan?
I dialed my body caught on fire. If Shorty touched Lois now, being a buddy of Richie's wouldn't help him. The same went for June.
Hello? Lois Williams dresses.
Give me Miss Williams.
I'll connect you with her office.
Come on, snap it up, snap it up.
I'm ringing, sir.
Come on, Lois, answer, come on.
Miss Williams' office.
Put Lois on.
She's not in. Who's calling?
It's me, Dan Varrell. Where'd she go?
Mr. Varrell? You just called, Mr. Varrell.
What do you mean I just called?
Well, someone called, said it was you, and spoke to Miss Williams. I wonder why they do that.
Well, never mind that. What did he say?
Miss Williams always goes to the Museum of Art at this time of day to copy designs. She made an appointment to meet you. I mean the man who called at the museum. She just left.
I didn't wait for the elevator. I took the stairs 3 at a time going down. I came out on the street. A cab was idling on the other side of the avenue. I cut through the traffic to get to it. I hopped into the cab, and for $5, the hacky crashed lights all the way. I was at the museum and nothing flat. When I entered the building, it was quiet as a mall. I cursed myself for not asking what room Lois would be in.
Here, you can't run here.
Did you see a girl with drawing papers and crayons? Tall, beautiful, well stacked?
I see hundreds of them.
Well, where would she go to draw design?
Well, the armor room, maybe. The Egyptian room or the famous paintings. Second floor.
I had visions of her dead in some corner. I thought of her all twisted in the heat. I hit the Egyptian room in a run and I stopped short. Lois was standing at the other end. She was behind a mummy case. And on the other side of it was Shorty. He had a knife in his hand. They didn't see me. I sneaked up on them and I watched Lois fighting to move her lips.
You ain't fit to live.
Please, Shorty.
Lois, run! Run to me!
Right, here it is.
I hate to do this, Shorty!
Came this way, Lieutenant.
Daddy tried to kill me.
Tough to keep up with you, Dan.
Still with me, eh, Lieutenant?
I always keep an eye on my friends. Who's this laying here? Oh, Shorty Thompson.
You better take him in. He tried to kill Miss Williams.
Yeah, guess I'd better.
Come on, Lois. Oh, by the way, Bush.
Huh?
You better pick up June Verrill, too. She was in on it. In case you don't know who she is, she's my sister-in-law. With June and Shorty out of the way for a while, nothing was going to upset things now. The party Saturday night in the Gold Room was a big success. Every time somebody tried to make a break for home, I beat them to the exit and insisted they stay. The place was full of smiles and how-to-dos, and only Lois didn't know they were phony. She was a dream in a green, backless evening gown, held up by a deep breath and an anxious look. She bubbled around, greeting people.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Lois!
Dan, where have you been hiding?
No place. Tell me, Lois, you happy?
Dan,
Just be happy. That's all I ask. Just be happy.
I'm doing my best, Dan.
Is there any guy here you like? Anybody?
There's just one guy for me, Dan. He's not here.
But he is. He's back in town. He's at the Sphinx Hotel.
Tim,
Yeah. Lois, I think I'll drop over and see him now.
Dan, you're not going to do anything?
Don't worry, Lois. I'm going to fix everything. She had her job, her friends. Just one thing more. Just Tim Grady to make the picture complete. The Sphinx Hotel was over on 6th Avenue. I walked. I wanted time to cool off. I wanted to do things right.
Yes?
Mr. Grady's room?
One moment, please.
Yeah?
This is Dan Verrill.
Dan,
Yeah, remember?
that's 3 a.m., Dan.
I won't take much of your time.
Won't tomorrow do?
I'm coming up now.
Come in.
Pushed open the door and I went in. He was standing by the bed. He was wearing a monogrammed black robe over some flashy yellow pajamas. He glad-handed me.
Come in, Dan. Come on in. Have a cigarette?
I took one and I watched him going through hard times trying to light it for me. I let him sweat for a while and then pulled out my lighter, lit my cigarette, and shoved the lighter under his face so I could light his. He couldn't stand still. He moved around the room like a cat on hot coals. He was a big, good-looking chick, broad shoulders with all the trimmings, curly hair, dimple on his chin.
I just got back. Out on the coast. That's the place to be, Dan. You never saw anything like it. Boy, the things that go on in L.A. Someday...
Light someplace.
Anything you say, Dan.
Lois is a great dame.
She sure is, Dan. She sure is. Anybody says different should get slugged.
Yeah.
Listen, Dan, there never was anything between me and Lois. Anybody says different's a no good liar. We were just good friends. We hardly ever even went out.
Relax.
Here, you and Lois are partners.
Yeah.
She must be pretty near the happiest girl in town.
Pretty near. You know, when I first saw Lois a few months ago, she was all set to kill us.
Oh, wait a minute, Dan. I tell you,
Sit down, Tim. You make me nervous. Nobody's blaming you for the way she felt. Now, tomorrow I pull out of the partnership, and Lois will be alone again. I don't want her to be alone. It's not good for her.
Anything I can do, you know.
She's in love with you. I'd like to see her get married. A woman with $75,000 business, well, she needs someone to look after her interests. The mention of the $75,000, his eyes lit up like Broadway after dark. Reading his mind was like looking through a dirty window into a filthy room. It hurt to think a foul ball like Tim Grady could make a girl do anything for him.
Well, Dan...
It's about time she got a proposal for marriage.
Yeah.
Why don't you call her up, Tim?
Yeah. A good idea, Dan.
I mean right now. Stuyvesant 1541.
Now? Well, sure. If you think... I won't know what to say. It's been so long.
Say you want to marry her.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Lois? Hello, baby. Well, so you knew the old voice.
I closed the door. I didn't know if I'd be able to control myself, if I'd listen to anymore. I got to the dress shop at 10 o'clock the next morning. Lois was floating around like a waft of loveliness. She touched the inkstand on her desk, moved a chair, straightened a picture, wasn't conscious of what she was doing. She talked fast and happy about things that didn't mean a thing. She flung open a window and hugged the inrush of air. She spoke with her back to me.
Oh, Dan, it's wonderful. Isn't life beautiful?
You're happy, huh, Lois?
Tim was waiting when I got here this morning. He proposed. He said you wanted it that way, too. I guess I'm the happiest woman in the world, Dan.
Can I use your phone?
Sure. Call Paris, Bombay, Shanghai. Imagine it's Tim.
Homicide, Lieutenant Bush.
Dan Varrell talking. I'm at Lois's shop.
He said we'd be married.
If you get here in 5 minutes, it'll be about right.
Yes, Dan, I'm the happiest woman in the world, and I owe it all to you.
She turned from the window and saw the gun in my hand. Now you're worth killing.
Suspense, presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Burt Lancaster, with Betty Lou Gerson.
Oh, boy, am I happy. Thanks again, Harlow.
That's my car talking, folks.
I ran great today, didn't I? With those new Autolite resistor spark plugs.
Like a charm. Friends, if you want your car to run better, switch to wide gap Autolite resistor spark plugs. The spark plugs that get you off to fast starts in cold temperatures. Made by Autolite, they're one of more than 400 products for cars, trucks, planes, and boats produced in 28 Autolite plants coast to coast. These include complete electrical systems used as original equipment on many makes of America's finest cars. Spark plugs, batteries, generators, coils, distributors, starting motors, bullseye sealed beam headlight units. All engineered to fit together perfectly, work together perfectly, because they're a perfect team. Don't accept electrical parts supposed to be as good. Ask for and get Autolite original factory parts at your neighborhood service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. Remember, you're always right with Autolite. Next Thursday for Suspense, James Stewart will be our star. The play is called Mission Completed. And it is, as we say,
a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Tonight's suspense play was produced and edited by William Spear and directed by Norman MacDonald. Music for Suspense is composed by Lucian Moraweck and conducted by Lud Gluskin. The Long Wait is an original play by Fred Freeberger. Burt Lancaster is the star of The Hawk and the Arrow, a Norma F.R. production soon to be released by Warner Brothers. In the coming weeks, you will hear such stars as Mickey Rooney, Lana Turner, and Eddie Cantor. Don't forget, next Thursday, same time, Autolite will present Suspense, starring James Stewart. Meanwhile, see the very informative story about suspense in the current issue of Quick magazine.
You can buy Autolite resistor spark plugs, Autolite stay-full batteries, Autolite electrical parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
Freedom is everybody's job. Take an active part in national, state, and community affairs to protect your liberties. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.